Some really bizarre news broke this week that Kevin McCarthy flew down to Mar-a-Lago to be by Donald Trump's side because he heard that Donald Trump wasn't eating after he left office. Trump was so depressed about losing the White House that he couldn't reach into the KFC bucket and grab that greasy drumstick that Melania ordered for him and bring himself to take a bite. So McCarthy did what he knows best, and he flew down to be by his master's side. Now, these stories are so weird, so bizarre. It's really refreshing, though, that we have someone like Eric Swalwell who can use this just insanity to make fun of these clowns, but also to expose their corruption, expose their greed, expose their self-serving behavior. So in this next clip, Swalwell is going to use this story to mock Republicans who have turned our government into a kitchen to make political meals for Donald Trump their master to feed on. He's also going to call out Jim Jordan, who to this day continues to refuse to comply with the House Select Committee's subpoena for him to testify about his role in planning January 6th. And Swalwell is going to slam Republicans and their cowardice for subpoenaing Hunter Biden to appear before an oversight committee, but then refusing to allow him to do that in public. So if you like these next few minutes, be sure to just smash that like button, share this video with your friends, because this is very clearly and concisely the perfect summarization of what Republicans are doing in government today.
He's not eating. Mar-a-Lago, what the hell, Kevin? They're really worried, McCarthy said. Trump's not eating, so they asked me to come see him. What? You went to Mar-a-Lago because Trump's not eating? Liz Cheney responded. He's really depressed, McCarthy said. That's why we're here. Trump's not eating, and this entire Congress has been Jim Jordan and MAGA Republicans feeding Trump. They're just feeding the beast with the insane hearings that they're holding all over the Capitol. That's why these three witnesses have been pulled out of the important work they do, is because Trump is not eating. This is not the first feast for the beast. In fact, we've seen this the whole Congress. We saw the creation of the Weaponization Committee. There have been multiple investigations into the investigation of Hunter Biden. There's been an investigation into the prosecutor who indicted Hunter Biden. There have been efforts to defund the FBI, who were a part of a raid onto Mar-a-Lago. There's been an effort to undermine the New York District Attorney's investigation into the former president. They brought in prosecutors who were a part of that investigation. There have been letters to Fani Willis in her January 6th investigation into the former president. So you're just here as a part of an effort to feed the beast. And Jim Jordan, who has assembled this hearing today, and the other MAGA Republicans are just working every day as Trump's chef. But this isn't Top Chef. This is the United States Congress. We were sent here to govern. We're not sent here to work every day on behalf of one person. He's not eating, and that's why you're here, to feed him. And then there's the comical hypocrisy that Jim Jordan would convene a hearing around anyone's subpoena compliance. You see, we are now 567 days, 19 hours, 12 minutes, and 35 seconds into Jim Jordan refusing to comply with the subpoena for his involvement in January 6th, an attack on the Capitol. And you would think that a member of Congress who has sworn an oath to defend the Constitution would want to help their government in the largest investigation the country has ever taken. The largest investigation with the most indictments, the most witnesses, the most trials around a single event. The chairman of this committee, who's got a problem with the subpoena compliance, and we're going to talk about the over-compliance that we've seen from your agencies. It's just comical that he would call a hearing to complain about you complying with subpoenas when he 567 days in, won't even comply with the zone. In these claims, it's clear that what Republicans want to do to impeach Joe Biden is not working. They can't draw the straight line between what they think Hunter Biden did and what they want Joe Biden to have done. They may prove at the end of this Congress that Hunter Biden is Joe Biden's son. That may be coming. But they have not proved anything else, and so they're trying to draw the foul. They're going to ask for dozens, hundreds, thousands of documents, and they're going to hope that you're not going to respond to one of them, so now they have an obstruction of justice case to use as the predicate for impeachment. I also want to talk about the transcribed interviews, because you all have sent to this committee 92 individuals to be a part of transcribed private interviews. Not for the public to observe, but 92 private transcribed interviews. Take a guess at how many of those interviews have resulted in a public hearing. It's 0. It is all theater. It is all to feed the beast, because Donald Trump's not eating. So they have to haul these people in. They learn in private that there is no wrongdoing, and so we never hear about it in public. Finally, the center of so many of these investigations has been the current president's son. And you would think, after a year of hearings about the current president's son and the indictments against the current president's son and the prosecutors involved in the case of the current president's son and the private transcribed interviews around the current president's son, that you would see the Republicans bring in for a public hearing the president's son. And so what happened this week? The Republicans subpoena Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden says, great, I'll come in, I'll testify publicly. And Jim Jordan and James Comer, they can't take yes for an answer. They don't want him to testify publicly. And it's for the same reason that the other 92 witnesses have never come in. It is all to just feed the beast, to keep Donald Trump happy. So, welcome to a post-Thanksgiving meal to feed Donald Trump. And I introduce to you the chefs, led by top chef Jim Jordan and Chef Boy McCarthy, who went down to Mar-a-Lago, in their effort to keep Donald Trump happy.